welcome back. This time we're going to take a look at one of my favorite early games for Neo Geo. And it really started to change my way of looking at the Neo Geo, and it showed a lot of progression. While a lot of the games for the Neo Geo were great and all, but there were nothing that other systems couldn't really do. I mean, a good majority of them, as far as certain graphical limitations on various systems, putting that aside, majority of them they can do. Here, it showed a very progressive direction for SNK, and that they were serious about their fighting games, and they just took it to a whole new level, and that game is Fatal Fury 2. And it improves on the previous installment dramatically, increasing the characters, backgrounds, just a complete overhaul, and introducing one of the most beloved female characters in video game history. Alright, so let's just get into it. Alright, I'll just pick easy for now. And basically what changed is the button setup. A is your light punch, B is your light kick, C is your hard punch, D is your hard kick, which will eventually be like a King of Fighters type of setup. And then when using A and B, you can jump into the background, and C and D is like a knockout type of blow, which is really cool. So as you can see, it's dramatically improved the cast of characters, where the previous one only had, 3 characters? So here they've increased it. And the majority of the characters are pretty damn interesting. Alright, let's just choose. The one thing I have to admit, besides the graphics and overhaul, is the gameplay. Whereas the gameplay in the previous installment, it only limits you like a punch, I believe. I know a throw and something else. I kind of forget offhand. It might even been a kick. But here you're utilizing the 4-button setup. Also, you have the ability to move in and out of the background freely. Whereas as in the previous title, you couldn't do that. And it only could do it if the computer allowed you to do it, which kind of sucked. And here it makes it for a pretty intense battles, even though at times it can be pretty fucking annoying, because people can jump in and out of the backgrounds, so sometimes it can annoy people, but it is used for strategy more than for novelty. And you gotta remember, this came out in around the time of Street Fighter. Well, it might not be as polished as Street Fighter as far as combinations are concerned. The graphics, as far as the characters, the backgrounds, are all beautiful, and sorry, in my case, I just believe that they were way better than Street Fighter, and show what the Neo Geo can do. Now, you do see some slowdown, as you can see, with knocking down the, the paintings and stuff. But the thing is that it happens here and there, but it doesn't detract that much from the gameplay. Sound-wise, I'd say a lot of the tunes, especially in the next installment of Fatal Fury Special, are really memorable. That they're soundtrack worthy, or, downloading on an iPod, or whatever you want to call it. That the sound, the music, it's just so memorable that a lot of times I hear in a lot of videos, you can hear sounds of Fatal Fury echoing in the background. That's how popular and how decent the music is. And not to forget, the final boss with Wolfgang Krauser having, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's Mozart's Requiem, which is really cool, having, opera music play while you face the final boss. So that's really awesome. Alright, so I talked a lot of positive. What's not so positive? Alright. One, the difficulty can be a motherfucker. Sometimes the computer can cheat its ass off, and sometimes it can use special moves in tight situations which you cannot normally pull off. The AI can be brutal at times. You just have to try to work around it and get used to it. It's annoying, but it can be overcome. As you can see right there, like, Terry can use his rising tackle frequently. But you can dodge a lot of attacks, and just try to use some strategy to basically even the playing field. The next part of it, which really actually takes it a notch below the Street Fighter series as far as this game is concerned, is combinations. While there are like minor combinations, it doesn't have the depth that Street Fighter 2 had. And that's something that's lacking. I don't know if that was something purpose. I heard in some cases there was rumors saying that they purposely try not to have combos connect. And I don't know how true that is. Maybe they were just getting used to the way fighting games played. Who knows? But the thing is that it just showed an absolute progression in the series. And yeah, that's all I can really say about that. And it's also rumored, I don't know if it's necessarily this game, but it's rumored that a good majority of Capcom's staff defected from Capcom and came over to SNK to work for them. And if that's true, it shows a huge amount of improvement in the games as time went on. You gotta remember, this game is pretty old. And to me, it still looks fairly good today. I mean, true, of course, it's a little jaggy here and everything like that. But as far as the background and the music, they still hold up. The color is beautiful. And it's just an overall really nice game. And like I said, the sequel to this improved upon a lot of defects in the game as far as combinations and things like that. It's still difficult, but it's not as bad. And it's cool. It just has a lot of neat features to it. And I think it's definitely a game you should check into. But the thing is that, like I said, you gotta remember, it's an older fighting game, and you're not gonna have the depth of fighting games nowadays and later on releases for the Neo Geo. But it just showed a step in the right direction, as far as I'm concerned and all. It's really cool. And you can find this game on, like, almost, like, every platform available. I mean, this came as, like, a Fatal Fury Battle Archives. It came as for the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis. Hell, even the PC Engine got a crack at this game. So it's available everywhere, MVS, Neo CD, and I suggest you really check this game out. Like I said, it can be on the little difficult side, but once you get kind of used to the controls and the way the patterns of some of the AI works, it's not too bad. So yeah, like I said, go and check this game out. I think it shows a lot of progression in SNK where they started out in their history. And like I said, even today, it still kind of holds up, believe it or not. So I'm just going to leave you with a little bit more gameplay. And yeah, check this bad boy out. And also, it was part of one amongst the first 100 Mega Shock series, being weighing in at, I believe, 106 megs, if I'm not mistaken, which is actually really cool. You know, when megs actually meant something back then. So yeah, definitely check the game out, and you'd be surprised how decent the game is for its time. Alright then, like I said, I'll leave you with a little bit more gameplay, and I'm out of here. Alright then, I hope you enjoy. Take care, definitely check this game out. It's really great. You'll really enjoy it. Take care.